my fellow renovators and homesteaders. We bought a loved, but some may have called it a derelict house in 2021, which needs a lot of love both inside and out. We've already updated a few videos documenting our journey for our family, but we'd love to share it with the rest of the world. Now, we've been in our house for about a year now, and no, it's not really derelict, but it has been neglected for many years. It was never really renovated to any modern equivalent by any 20th century standard, including no wall insulation in the bottom half of the house or sufficient heating system that would reach all aspects of the house. I'm not trying to call out the owners of times past, as all have had their own budgets and intentions, but for modern standards, it's just not cutting it. A very positive thing we have gotten with our house are an array of solar panels on the south side of our house, which have given us a little boost in these current times with an increase in energy costs. We are very grateful for those. We are looking to find more ways we can improve the energy efficiency in our home. Insulation and efficient radiators are on the top of the list momentarily. Since we've moved in, we have contacted a local architect that provided us with 3 different ideas, and we worked with her to get the layout of the house that would work best for us. We had an inside of the box thinking, and we pushed ourselves initially to get an architect on board, and we are very glad we did. We certainly improved the livability factor for years to come, we hope. Since September 2021, we have lived in this house as it is, with all its quirkiness. We have learned some of the odd things, some of the great things, and some of the less great things. I suggest that anyone who has a house in a livable condition should do this first. The less great things are the 3 sets of staircases we have. All are not fit for purpose, and both Bob and I have ricocheted down them a few times. Me more than Bob, but I have the black and blue marks to prove it. However, that will be one of the first things we plan to tackle once the major renovations begin. This is probably a good topic for a new video. In May 2022, we have gotten our 80% of our windows and none of our doors updated. Our window man had personal issues, and we wish him all the best to start recovering from them. And we hope to get the job completed by February 2023. Too much to go into right now, but we shall see. In the meantime, I have taped one of the doors shut, put thermal curtains in front of it, and hope for the best. The other 2 doors are ones we actually use, so I am unable to better insulate them. However, it is vital we tackle this problem, as we live in a known floodplain, and we would just have more peace of mind for the future if those would be installed. I can tell you the last time any flooding took place on our road was about 10 years ago. As an aside, this was not disclosed to us when we bought the place. The humidity in the house was initially a huge problem. I had run a dehumidifier for about 9 months before the humidity levels were at a decent place, which was 65%. Once I got them down, it seemed to be holding its own. The humidity caused a load of other problems, including that the paint from the walls was just disintegrating from the walls and created a layer of white paint dust everywhere. At some point, I believe in June or July, I decided to take a wire brush to the worst places and got rid of all of the existing loose paint and decided to live without white, crumbling walls. That being said, the drywall that is or was in the place at the time was so pregnant with moisture, anything I did to it just made it break away, even the smallest pressure of a wire brush. Running our wood-burning stove in the dining room downstairs has helped us to keep the moisture levels at an acceptable level in the autumn and in the wintertime. Well, talking about heating, another problem, which still remains, is the heating issue throughout the house. We heat, like most European and British households, with hot water radiators. We have an oil tank and a boiler, which is located on the south side of the house that heats half of the house well, but the north side of the house is almost completely devoid of heat. We have tried to balance the radiators, tried to shut off some completely, some turned down slightly, but nothing seems to get to be sufficient to get a happy medium. Yes, we flush the radiators and have them running with clear water. However, we suspect that some of the plumbing may be creative, and it will be something that we will have to address once the renovation truly gets underway. Furthermore, the radiators are not fit for the windows that they are under. Some are not under the windows and in a very unusual place in today's standards. And to us, it just doesn't make sense. Obviously, we plan to change this in our renovations. Because of all of this creative plumbing, in December 2022, just a couple of weeks ago at the time this video has been put out on YouTube, we relied heavily on the wood-burning stove that we have downstairs in the dining room, right behind me right now, which is relatively central in the house. It's been a godsend, and it's kept the south side of the house warmish. Our high temps on the south side were averaging 65 degrees Fahrenheit inside in the coldest of weather conditions. I see this as a blessing because I learned a lot about wood-burning stoves, how to use them effectively, and how to optimize the heat output in less than an optimally insulated house. I try to make this a learning experience and will know how to optimally use a wood-burning stove for the future and in better conditions. Finding a builder was incredibly arduous, but we called upon someone who had helped us before with some little projects we had. This has been, for the lack of a better word, a godsend, and everything since we engaged him, everything seems to have been working like clockwork. More on that in a new video. So we have agreed to start with our south end side of the house where our boiler, washing machine, and our little bathroom were or are. Some of the videos are already on YouTube with the destruction of the little area, and this person has called upon plumbers, electricians, building inspectors, and building engineers, and all have come in a matter of days to address the issues we were most concerned about. It has been just a whirlwind of a fortnight since our little renovations have started. So with those who are in a similar situation, being new to the area, not having an arsenal of tradesmen or women in your speed dials, or even just not knowing what you need, or even finding it difficult to find a person to even answer your requests for an estimate, I would recommend you ask a neighbor, a friend, a work colleague if they could put in a good word for you. It helps tremendously. We would like to tackle some things ourselves, of course, but we realize that we are not knowledgeable enough to tackle a lot of bigger issues like plumbing and electricity, beams, wall changes, etc. With taking out walls, here in the UK, we need a structural engineer and craftsmen or women who will feel confident in doing the work that we do not feel confident in doing. Our videos of our little renovation project are already up and out there on YouTube. We would be excited for your views, your reactions, and your likes. So I guess that's about the update I can give you at the moment. I hope you can now understand a little more what we plan to share with you on our YouTube channel in the future. Take care, and we look forward to reading your comments. If you think this is interesting to you and you're interested in what we have planned, please feel free to like and subscribe to our content. Once spring arrives, there will be more gardening videos, surely, and more updates on stuff that's going on outside. Thanks for watching, and stay focused, enjoy life, embrace adventure, stay incredible, and keep it real. Bye!